Good morning, everybody. Today you just got a couple things to do. Watch these notes. I'm going to give you the answers directly on these notes. And last things notes for your quiz that you're going to do. Just 27 1 and 2 quiz. Basically, you're just going to be telling me what these things are on the maps. You can use your book, or you can use um, I would use the notes because I show you these maps directly on the notes, and they're not blanked out. So use those to find the answers and your vocab quiz for this week. And you're done. So make sure you're turning your vocab and turning your test from last thing. So just get caught up on them, whatever you missed this week, and we'll get it in the grade book for you. We did section 1, which was physical geography, landforms, and resources. Now let's do climate and vegetation. Now, if you look at a world map, well, let's just do this world map. Look at a world map here. You'll see that directly straight across from the United States, I told you this last thing, but directly straight across from the United States on the same latitude line is China. So we're going to share a lot of the same climates because we are on the same latitude, and your latitude is one of the factors that affect your climate. So that's why this map is here. So you can see, like the United States, the upper northeast side of China is like our northeast part of the United States. It's humid continental, which is like New York and Minnesota and Maine and Vermont up there in the top right. Then the southeast part of China and Asia, East Asia, is humid subtropical, which the southeastern part of the United States is. We're subtropical, humid subtropical. So like Arkansas, Mississippi, Oklahoma, that's what their climate's like. Their mountain ranges is like our mountain ranges. Now I know our mountains are a different place. Our mountains would be about here, but their mountain ranges are there. So that's why their climate is like the Colorado and Idaho and Wyoming and Utah, where the mountains are. Next to mountains is deserts, and so this would be like our Nevada and Arizona. And then their central part of their continent or their region is like ours, the semi-arid, like where our Great Plains are. So they share a lot of similar climates than what we have. So you can see here humid subtropical, humid continental, semi-arid, desert, and highland. And if you'll pause this right here, you'll be able to do that quiz and answer the questions on the second part of your quiz for today. So high and mid-latitude climate zones. The highland climates are found mostly on the western side of China, right here. The highland climates. Few people live those because it is highland. It is very cold, and it's like the Himalayas. It's very cold. The mid-latitude climates are more comfortable for people to live in because of the moderate climate. So these mid-latitude climates here and here are where most of the people are going to live, which we go back to this shows you that's correct. That's where most of the people live. This is a population density map. You can see that most of the people, let me get back to my slide, live in that moderate climate. Okay, so very few people live over here, but a lot of people live here in this region. Okay, some characteristics of the climate: the more west to east you go, the more dry to wet you get. So the closer you get to the coast, the more wet it gets. The closer you get inland, the more dry it gets. Remember, there's a mountain range here that blocks a lot of that moisture, so that's why this is so dry. And the opposite of that, another way to look at this is the more south you go, the more warm you get. It's like starting up in New York City and coming down to Florida. From the top to the bottom, you're going to get cold to warm. So the closer you get to the equator, the warmer it gets. Dry zones are not usually have agriculture, but have the nomadic people that follow their herds around or move from place to place to follow their herds. You have the Gobi Desert that's on the northern side of China, and that's where a lot of dinosaur fossils are. This right here, the Gobi Desert, is where a lot of dinosaurs have been found over here. And you have tropical climates in East Asia are fairly small. You have these things called typhoons, which is a hurricane. They just call them typhoons over there. and this is tropical storm, and it occurs on where our hurricanes mostly happen. Our hurricanes mostly happen right here in these Gulf coastal states, and that's where their typhoons really happen. It's right over here. Okay, and then here's the vegetation that they have in this region. Vegetations like what we have, we would have mixed forest here in our tropical wet and dry. Tropical humid subtropical would have mixed forest. Here you're gonna have grasslands and desert dry shrubs, and here you're gonna have more rainforest are gonna be more down here closer to the coast. And that's it. We're not even gonna go over this section of notes, section 3. So if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. But use this and your notes. I'll link them in the Google Classroom assignment section 1 notes to be able to do your map quiz today. It's going to use this map right here. It's going to use this map. You can pause it on this video if you want. That map is going to be one of the answers, and so is this map. It's going to be one of the answers. Cool. If you have any questions, let me know.